Thank you for purchasing a Grasshopper. Since 1970, Grasshopper has been the leading manufacturer of out-front, zero-radius turning commercial mowers. Grasshopper mowers are easy to operate and ergonomically designed. They are powerful machines, and if used incorrectly, they can cause severe injury to yourself or to bystanders, and can result in property damage. As the operator, it is your responsibility to be thoroughly familiar with the proper and safe operation of the machine. This video is intended to complement your operator's manual, not replace it. After viewing this video and thoroughly reading your manual, you'll be prepared to operate your Grasshopper in a safe and efficient manner. There may be some significant differences between the Grasshopper models used in this video and the model you are responsible for operating or maintaining. After viewing this video and thoroughly reading your manual, you'll be prepared to operate your Grasshopper in a safe and efficient manner. If you should have any questions, see your supervisor. Safe operation begins with your mode of dress. Avoid wearing jewelry and loose-fitting or torn clothing, which can get caught in moving parts. Also, never place clothing, rags, or towels on the seat or over the seat back, as the proximity to the PTO creates a hazardous situation. Keep long hair tied back or tucked under your cap. Wear sturdy, rough-soled work shoes, preferably steel-toed. Never go barefoot or wear sandals or sneakers. Eye protection is encouraged and should include side shields on approved safety glasses. Exposure to any equipment sound for extended periods of time can result in hearing problems. Hearing protection using safety-approved devices is recommended. Personal stereo devices should never be used while operating your Grasshopper, as they cause distractions and filter out sounds that can warn you of potential problems or unsafe conditions. To minimize the dangers of long hours of exposure to the sun, wear a cap or a wide-brimmed hat and use sunscreen with an SPF of at least 15. Sunshade canopies, available from your Grasshopper dealer, offer further protection from the harmful effects of the sun. Before operating your Grasshopper, make a habit of performing the following pre-start checks to ensure safe operation. Begin by removing the key to prevent accidental starting. Make a visual inspection of the entire machine, making sure that no parts are missing and that nothing is leaking. Verify that all fenders, safety decals, and safety shields are installed and in good working condition. Replace any missing or damaged component before operating your Grasshopper. Ensure attachments are properly mounted, adjusted, and in good operating condition. Check your operator's manual for specifics. When mowing, either the discharge shield, discharge restriction plate, or a complete vacuum attachment must be properly installed. Remove debris from around the engine cooling areas and the muffler to prevent engine overheating and fire hazards. Using a low-pressure gauge, check the air pressure. Too much or too little air pressure will adversely affect traction, steering, and quality of cut. Check the fuel level. Make it a habit to always add fuel before starting, while the engine is still cool. Never add fuel to the tank while the engine is running. Since Grasshopper offers both gasoline and diesel engine models, make sure that the correct fuel type is used. Refer to your engine manual for the fuel type recommended for your specific tractor. For best performance, always use fresh fuel to prevent problems caused by stale fuel. A few words on safe fuel handling. Use care to prevent spills. If fuel is spilled, wipe it up immediately before starting the engine. Be sure to dispose of towels properly. Always fill the fuel tank outdoors or in a well-ventilated area using an approved container. And never smoke or add fuel when open flames or sparks are present. If you need to refuel during operation, shut off the engine and allow it to cool before refueling. To start the engine, sit on the tractor seat and place both steering levers in the swing-out neutral position. Be sure the PTO clutch switch is in the disengaged or down position. Set the throttle at 1/3 open. On gasoline engines, pull the choke knob out. On diesel engines, move the key counterclockwise to activate the glow plugs. Hold for about 6 seconds. Turn the key to the start position and crank for 5 seconds or until the engine starts. When the engine starts, release the key and gradually push the choke knob in until the engine is running smoothly. If the engine does not crank, it may mean the PTO is engaged or the levers are not all the way in the neutral position. Verify the PTO is disengaged and the levers are in neutral. Once the engine starts, let it warm up at medium speed for several minutes. When mowing, always run the engine at full throttle for maximum cooling efficiency. Grasshopper mowers use steering levers to control a variety of functions, including tractor ground speed, stopping, direction, and turning. If this is your first exposure to lever steering, you'll be surprised at how instinctive lever steering is and how they require much less effort to operate than traditional steering wheels. Move both levers from the swing-out neutral position to the inward operating position. If the engine dies, it means the parking brake is on. Make sure the parking brake is off before the levers are moved to the inward operating position. Pushing the levers forward increases ground speed. The further you push, the faster you go. To stop, return the levers to the neutral position. You can also stop the tractor by simply letting go of the levers. They've been designed to automatically return to the centered neutral position from either forward or reverse. Stopping is easy and intuitive, as simple as letting go. If the tractor does not completely stop when you release the levers, the neutral adjustment is required. Refer to your operator's manual for the proper way to make this adjustment or contact your Grasshopper dealer. To back up, return the levers to the neutral position and continue to pull them towards you. Always exercise care when operating in reverse. Gentle turns are accomplished by slightly moving one lever forward and the other lever slightly rearward. Sharp turns require one lever to be moved further forward, while the other lever is feathered backward. In actual mowing, you rarely back up very far. If you need to change direction or make another pass, simply turn around or execute a zero radius turn. When making any turn, the levers should be positioned so that both drive wheels are turning. Pivoting on a non-turning drive wheel should be avoided as turf scuffing can result. After starting the machine, perform a low-speed check of steering lever operation and check the operation of the interlock system by raising up off the seat while the PTO clutch switch is engaged. Your safety interlock system is designed to allow the operator to dismount with the engine running only when the PTO is disengaged and the levers are open in the neutral position. Don't try to bypass the interlock system, as it's designed to provide you protection and productivity. Before doing any mowing, find a level, wide-open area and practice turning and maneuvering until you are completely comfortable with operating the steering levers. Avoid moving the steering levers rapidly from one direction to the other, as the sudden change could cause loss of control, personal injury, or damage to the equipment or turf. Many operators find one-hand operation reduces fatigue and the possibility of oversteering. To maximize operator comfort, the steering levers can be adjusted fore or aft by simply loosening two bolts and moving the lever to the desired position. Taller levers are also available as an option from your Grasshopper dealer. Before mowing, walk the area you're planning to cut and pick up any debris, rocks, or sticks. Mowing over these objects can result in flying debris which could damage property or injure bystanders. Move hoses and other objects laying on the ground. Take note of holes, metal stakes, sprinkler heads, and similar fixed objects that could be struck by a mower blade. You're now ready to begin mowing. When operating your grasshopper, certain safety practices should always be maintained. If your tractor is equipped with a rollover protective structure, you must always wear your seatbelt. Operate only in daylight or good artificial light. Never permit any person other than the operator to ride or board the tractor at any time. Keep bystanders away and always expect the unexpected. Make sure the discharge shield is properly in place to prevent solid objects hidden in the grass from being picked up and propelled at high speed. Avoid discharging towards people, windows, buildings, and vehicles. If someone is in the area where you are mowing, shut off the mower deck until they are no longer present. Since the footrest articulates with the tractor, keep feet forward on the footrest to avoid heel pinching. Keep hands and feet away from underneath the mower and all moving parts while the engine is running. Before crossing roads, be sure to disengage the PTO clutch switch. Exercise caution and always respect the rights of vehicular traffic. Pay attention to your machine while operating. If any change in mowing quality occurs or noise or vibration begins, check it early. Preventive maintenance saves both time and money and enhances safe operation. If you strike an object while mowing, immediately stop. Turn the engine off, remove the key, and wait for all movement to stop. Then dismount and inspect for damage. Repair any damage before resuming operation. If no damage is detected, pay special attention to unusual sounds or vibrations when restarting. If leaks are detected during operation, get off the grass immediately. Exercise extreme caution, as hydraulic fluid escaping under pressure may have sufficient force to penetrate skin and cause serious injury. Before performing any maintenance or service, turn the engine off, remove the key, and wait for all movement to stop before dismounting. Avoid touching hot engine components, especially the muffler. Never leave a mower running unattended, especially in pedestrian areas, as running machines can invite a potentially dangerous situation. Take all possible precautions when leaving your tractor unattended. Disengage the PTO. Lower the attachment. Place controls in neutral. Set the parking brake. Stop the engine and remove the key. If you need to dismount but will not be leaving the tractor unattended, first, disengage the PTO. Then swing out the levers and apply the parking brake if necessary. The engine will continue to run. Move very slowly and cautiously whenever operating with attachments removed, when maneuvering in the shop, and when loading or unloading onto trailers. Mowing on slopes, hills, and uneven ground can be hazardous if certain precautions and safety practices are not followed. Never operate on steep slopes. The rule of thumb is, if you feel uncomfortable, stay off. Do not approach an unknown hill from the top. Unforeseen dangers such as extreme slope changes or cave-ins may exist, which would cause a buildup of momentum, leading to loss of control and accidental injury or death. Be aware that wet conditions add to the hazards of slope and hillside mowing. Never stop, start, or change direction suddenly on slopes. Reduce speed on slopes to minimize tipping and avoid loss of control. Be extremely careful when changing directions on slopes. When cutting on slopes, start at the bottom of the slope and travel across the grade whenever possible. Exercise care when turning on a hill. Generally, turning is best done uphill. Mowing uphill allows the operator to judge the terrain and remain in control if it is necessary to return by the same path. If tires slip, the slope is too steep. Disengage the blades and move slowly down the slope. Never mow down or back up steep slopes. If your grasshopper is equipped with a grass collector, empty it first before mowing slopes, and position the mower with the vacuum on the uphill side. Stay alert for holes, rocks, roots, and other hidden hazards in the terrain. Pass diagonally through sharp dips and avoid sharp drops. Be especially careful when mowing around bodies of water or drop-offs. Do not mow where drop-offs or cave-ins could cause the machine to overturn. When you're done using your grasshopper, be sure to follow good storage practices to ensure that the machine is safely put away and that it will be ready to go the next time it's needed. If the engine is to be unused for 30 days or more, add a fuel stabilizer to the fuel system to minimize the formation of fuel gum deposits during storage. Follow directions on the can and run the engine outdoors at least 10 minutes after adding the stabilizer. Always provide adequate ventilation when running the engine indoors. Exhaust gases contain carbon monoxide, an odorless and deadly poison. Never store equipment with fuel in the tank where fumes could ignite from an open flame or spark. If draining the fuel tank, drain fuel into an approved container outdoors and away from open flames or sparks. This video was intended to complement your operator's manual, concentrating on the safe and proper operation of your grasshopper as a mower. Many of the same safety precautions apply when performing snow removal, turf renovation, or other operations. Grasshopper makes a full range of attachments so that you can effectively use your grasshopper year-round. Quick detach grass and leaf collection systems, wand vacs, dozer blades, tine rake detachers, aeravators, rotary brooms, snow throwers, winter enclosures, and a number of kits and accessories are available from your grasshopper dealer. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any further questions on the safe and proper way to operate your grasshopper, see your supervisor, grasshopper dealer, or give us a call at 316-345-8621. Grasshopper, first to finish, built to last.